next and the last presenter we have here is a guy from the M7, that is Uganda. If you don't know, you better keep watch. And this guy will tell us more about the Uganda. And so, for the first time, welcome Ssewanyana. And here we have him. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you very much.
As you can see, he's a quiet guy. I don't know if M7 is like this, but we're gonna see, guys. So, who is Frank?
Ssewanyana Frank is my name.
Okay.
I'm a student of Chamboko University, but right now I'm in Greece.
Okay.
On my study exchange program under Erasmus.
Okay.
And I'm studying at the University of Erasmus.
This is so nice, Frank. This is your first time to be in Greece. So, what do you think about Greece? How can you compare it with Uganda?
Well, it may be a bit hard for you to say to compare Greece and Uganda because they have got different things, similarities and differences.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is that I love Greece, I love the people, I love the culture, the love they have for visitors, their food, because I have not come across such in my area where I come from in Uganda. And generally, I like the people.
We all like the people. They're so hospitable, friend. So we're gonna go direct to the cultures and the norms of the Uganda. Let's dive in, Frank. Tell us more about this Uganda.
Well, Baganda Kingdom is one of the, I should say, the oldest in Uganda, and it is in the central Uganda.
Okay.
And it is predominantly the most or the biggest kingdom, in Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
It is led by a king called His Highness, the Royal King Kabaka Ronald Mwenda Mutebi II.
Okay.
Since 1993.
Oh.
So this kingdom is a bit hereditary.
Okay.
The king comes from what we call the Baganda clan.
Okay.
If you don't come from that clan, you cannot become a king of Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
And we only have a new king after the current king has died.
This is so interesting because a lot of people did not realize whether in Uganda we have M7 and we also have Kabaka.
So it is totally different. Museveni is the president, and the king is the leader, the traditional leader, a group called Baganda.
Nice. So, like a commonality among our communities, please, can you try to give us an insight of the food? We know Uganda, so tell us something about food in Uganda.
In Uganda, particularly if at all I may look at the Baganda, their staple food traditionally is the matoke.
Okay.
So if you happen to come to Uganda, and particularly the central Uganda, where Uganda is, then matoke is the staple food. However, there are even other foods that you can enjoy. We have cassava, we have got yams, we have got sweet potatoes, rice is there, but particularly the Baganda love the food called matoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bananas. Delicious. But I guess you prepare them differently. Because even in Kenya we have bananas, but I think since you are known so much about it, it's not like ours. Okay. Is there a special way that you create this?
Well, the Baganda normally prefer preparing their matoke when it is steamed. They wrap it in banana leaves, and then they put some other stalks at the bottom of the saucepan, and then they prepare that matoke by steaming it. So they don't put it in direct in water, but they steam it using the banana leaves.
That's so interesting, Frank. So going on, can you tell us a little bit about religions?
Well, the Baganda traditionally they believed they had a central, or they call the most highest god, called Katonda. The moment you talk about Katonda in Uganda, or in Uganda in general, then you mean God, the most high. But since then, up to now, there are still some who do believe that there are some other small gods that you can run to and get quicker answers.
So Katonda is the god.
Yeah.
But what about currently? What is happening?
Currently, that is what I should say. Katonda is God. That is where majority of the people believe, and I, the speaker, also believe that He is the Most High. However, I cannot speak on the rest of all the Baganda because there are some who still believe that there are some other gods they can go to, especially the traditional healers, where they want to get quicker answers.
So Frank, we understand that in Africa, people used to move in a certain sequence. there's bar, there's marriage, there's death, and etc. What can you tell us maybe a little bit about these kinds of persons?
Well, in Uganda, when you want to get a spouse, traditionally, a boy's father could try to look for a befitting woman, such that they go to the parents of the girl and then ask their girl to be married by this boy. So there was nothing like a boy and a girl meeting and asking themselves for a hand in marriage. But of recent, as things have kept on changing, you can get a girl that you have appreciated, the girl will introduce you to her parents, and then they will later on tell you how much you're supposed to pay as dowry, and then you can officially introduce yourself to the parents of the girl, and you will be given the legal to marry that girl, and later on hold even a wedding.
Very nice, Frank. Recently, last week, we visited around Greece, and you realize the way they conduct their burials with us is quite totally different. So, what's there so much difference between how Africa we conduct our dead and burial rituals, especially the Baganda, and here?
Well, here in Greece, for the little I experienced, I realized that they may keep the dead for one day, and later on they bury them. But in Uganda, it was believed that a person perhaps may later on resurrect. So they could keep this dead person for about 5 days in anticipation that perhaps this person will resurrect. But if at all this person did not resurrect, then they had to bury them. However, something to do with burying, there are some rituals that are moved with burying. If they are twins, a twin and a twin do not bury each other. Yeah. So if you are a Kato and a Mwaswa, you die, then I should not participate in your burial. That is according to the Baganda. Twins do not bury their parents in Uganda. It is not acceptable.
That's so strange.
Yes. And the king in Uganda is buried not anywhere else, but in what we call Amasiro. It is called we call it Kasubi tombs. So if you go to Uganda, you look for Kasubi tombs. It is located in northern Uganda division.
Tell us, as we wind up this thing, tell us about the higher. Those people, if somebody is dead, those people who come to represent.
In Uganda we have what we call omusika.
Omusika
is the hair. Such that if at all someone has died, it is assumed that this person has not gone for good. So someone will be put there as the representative of someone who has died. Such that whenever they look at you, they remember the person who died. So you don't disappear completely. And you are normally given what we call a lubuga, an assistant. It is normally a man who is a hair, and then the assistant is called, is a girl or a woman.
Frank, this is so interesting. I have another case so similar to it, whereby we have wife inheritance. If you are brothers and I die, you are allowed to inherit my wife. Do you have anything similar to that in Uganda?
No, in Uganda it is not acceptable. If at all your wife has died, you cannot go back to the family where you are married from and maybe perhaps get a sister or no. You will totally have to look for your way out. Currently, it is not acceptable. You cannot go back and marry from there.
This is so interesting. So, guys, keep the text coming, and I can see some questions here. We have Chris Christopher is asking, tell us kindly, do you people from Uganda have a connection with Kenyan Kisi tribe?
Well, I may not have much more knowledge about the Kisi tribe because I'm hearing it for the first time. But what I know is that Uganda borders with Kenya on the east. So it is very possible that we can have some people who are sharing some cultures, especially across the border. But in central Uganda, which is Uganda, we have not had that right.
So, Chris, I suspect you are PC, and I understand you people like matoke, but as you said, the matoke in Uganda is so different with matoke in Kenya. Another question comes here from Wahinya, and he said, would you address in Kenya we learn about Uganda. He is talking about Omulamuzi, Omwanika, and Katikilo. Who are these people?
Omulamuzi in English
Okay.
is the one we call the judge.
Okay.
And Katikkiro in English is the one we call the prime minister.
Okay.
So they are some of the leaders who rule the kingdom of Uganda on behalf of the king.
Another Peter here is asking, could you share your personal tips for making fufu? I guess this is posho.
Posho in Uganda, it is a matter of boiling water to 100% degrees. Then you pour the maize flour, what you could be calling fufu.
Okay.
You keep mingling it until it becomes hard and it can no longer stick on the saucepan where you mingle.
So we have so much similarities and also differences among our communities, especially the East African communities and those from the West, because we have the interlinkages looking at how we migrated. So it has been a pleasure, Frank, hearing from you about the Uganda people. So interesting to realize that there is a difference between the M70 and the Kabaka and the Katikkiro. That was so nice, so much, Frank. So the last one, we're going to give you a chance and tell your people in your own language. Tell them something.
Okay.
Look at them. Look at them.
I should start with Luganda. Njagala obebaza buli omu yenna abadde atugoberera ku mukutu gwa Youthmakers Hub tubaweereza kusinziira Greece mu Bulaaya. So n'olwekyo tubeebanzizza buli abadde agoberera tujja kubeera nga tubaleetera ebirala ebisingako waneene. For our audience in English, we are very grateful for having followed us at Youthmakers Hub. We are still going to bring much more and more. So keep locked onto Youthmakers Hub, and then we shall keep on updating you on our different social media platforms. Thank you very much for following us.
Frank, that was a sensational. Thank you so much.